Welcome back to the Talking with Taylor podcast. I'm your host, Taylor, where we talk with anyone about anything, and hopefully everyone around the table will listen. And I'm very excited to have a very special guest on today. His name is Bo Burks. He's a former student of mine when I was a student pastor at Centerville Baptist. And Bo's a senior, going to be a senior this year. He's a junior right now, and he's being recruited. He just finished up the Under Armour All American camp in Ohio. He's got a lot of great things for his future. And so I'm excited to have him on today. Bo, how's everything going?
It's going good, man. Appreciate you having me.
Absolutely, man. It's hard to believe that you're going to be a senior this year, man.
Yeah, I know. It just flew by.
It sure did, man. I remember
Yep.
Lindley and I were talking last night about you being on the podcast, and we were looking through some pictures at Centerville Baptist and watching some of the old videos from Vegas and watching some of
Uh,
the 101 slideshows, man. It's hard to believe that you're going to be a senior. And so let's talk about your junior year just a little bit. I mean, you guys have been, I mean, it's been a very weird year to be involved in high school sports with COVID. So how has it been playing high school sports in the middle of a global pandemic?
it's been a little different for real. Like you have to wear a mask in the weight room and when you're in the locker room and all that, make sure you keep your distance in
Yeah,
case, your buddy got it. But if you was around him, you'd have to be quarantined for 2 weeks.
right.
So it's definitely been a little different.
Well, that's one thing that in anything, I talked with Ben about that. Your cousin, who's with the Tennessee Titans, and he said, the same thing. Whether it's high school sports or the NFL, whatever it may be, you know, all these different sports have had to adjust and make it happen. And so it looks like hopefully we're coming on the other side of this pandemic, hopefully and prayerfully. But hey, we'll see what happens. But the good news is, even if we're in the middle of it, we can make sports happen. Well, let's talk for a moment. I mean, this is very exciting. The camp you got invited to was the Under Armour All American camp, and that was in Ohio. So, how did that go for you? That was this past Sunday, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, good. How did it go? What all did you guys do? And did you meet some cool people?
Oh yeah. Well, we showed up about 30 minutes early.
Yeah.
Got up and ate some breakfast, and we got there real early, and we showed up. There was a few other offensive linemen standing outside. I got there, and uh, yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, I was probably one of the smallest dudes there when I got there. Everybody there was 6'4" to 6'8".
Yeah.
Everybody was huge, and we got there. We had about a few different people make sure we were supposed to be there checking us in.
Right.
They gave us our clothes, and we slid those on. And on the way to the field, we'd step off to the side and do our measurements, which was like our height and weight, wingspan,
Mm-hmm.
a couple photos for them.
Yeah.
And he went out on the field, and we got a good stretch in. And then we went straight into the testing. There was 40, 50 people there. So you only got one rep at like each thing. So you got to make sure it was a pretty good one.
Had to make it count.
That's right. So we went to the 40. I ran a 5.4 on the 40. Then we went into the vertical jump. I jumped 21 inches. And then the 5.10.5, I jumped a 4.7. I
Nice.
ran a 4.7. Broad jumped 8 feet. And my L drill was an 8.3. And so right when we got done with that, we went into like a little individual period with our position group,
Yeah.
did drills for them. We only got like one rep though. So
I had to make it count again. Yeah.
yeah. And so after that, we just went straight into the one-on-ones.
Oh yeah, that's right. Now, how did the one-on-ones go?
It actually went really well. I won both of my, we only got 2 reps. So
Yeah.
they called some numbers out. Got called out. And I went out and got my position. I got
Yeah.
out and went down with business after that.
That's right. Well, hey, that's your time sounded great, especially for a lineman. The 5.10.5 and the L drill. That's your lateral movements. A lot of things that you obviously have been working on and improving on, and that's incredible. But the one-on-ones really show what kind of athlete you are, what kind of lineman you're going to be, and you already are. And so those are the things that coaches look at, and I'm so proud of you, so pumped for that for you as well. And so well, overall, so it was a good camp, right?
Oh yeah, we had a great time. Like Saturday night, we went up Saturday night, so we didn't have to get up real early
Yeah.
Sunday. And Ohio State Stadium wasn't too far from it, so we had to go over there and look
Yeah,
around that, and that was awesome.
that's right.
We had a really good time.
Well, man, I'm so glad to hear that. And because last summer during the pandemic, you couldn't go to camps. They didn't have camps.
So I didn't do travel ball because we was gonna do a lot of football camps, and then they
Yeah.
canceled all those. So
See, that's crazy, man, because we're going to talk about the offer you have in just a moment. From Air Force, a Division One school, and I mean, I fully expect more to come in, but that it being your junior summer, man, that's the year you got to go to camps, and the fact that they didn't have camps is very tough. But it shows the kind of player you are, even without camps. You've already got a Division One offer, and that's incredible. But this summer, does it look like you guys are going to be able to go to more camps?
yes, so I've had a lot of coaches text me and ask me if I could come work out in front of them, go to a
Good.
camp for them. So we're starting to make a list of what camps we need to go to, which
That's
ones we
right.
don't want to go to. So
Got to narrow it down, man. That's awesome. Well, your offer you have right now, division. I mean, hey, you have a Division One offer, and you hadn't even been to camps. That's incredible. And so, Air Force. And what was some of the things coaches talked to you about? If you can talk about it, if not, it's okay. But what were the things they liked about you, and what were your conversations like?
um most time when I talk to a coach, they really like the motor I have.
Yeah,
I'm on the field, how it's just 110% every play.
that's right.
They like how I finish blocks, but I need to work on my flexibility a lot. Not very flexible, not even gonna lie. I get that a lot,
Yeah, yeah.
and just keep getting strong.
That's right. And hey, those are two things you can work on, and I know you will. The flexibility thing, man, I think every guy struggles with that just because it's something that's tedious that we don't want to do, we don't want to deal with, but it actually makes a big difference. And so I know you'll work on that. And you got a senior year you're gearing up for. You've got a great high school coach, Coach Gohagan. He does an incredible job. I'm thankful and blessed to call him a friend. I know you guys are thankful to call him your coach. But man, you guys made it to the third round last year, and this is where we're going to it's going to be our last little segment here. So tell us about how the season went, and again how it was with COVID, and how it was going to the third round.
So first game of the season, we're all fired up. We get into the locker room at about eighth period. Everybody's starting to get their jerseys and
Yeah,
stuff. And Coach Gohagan all calls us in the meeting room, and he's like, Greensboro just called and canceled on us. Said that's when COVID started to pick up in Bibb a little bit.
yeah,
A lot of cases started to pop up, and Coach Gohagan called us in the locker room and said, Greensboro canceled on us today. We're not going to play tonight.
dude.
And so that was kind of upsetting all of us because we were all ready to play, But then
Right.
we played about 4 games in a row, and I think it was Sumter Central and Wilcox Central.
Hmm.
They didn't even have a season this year because of COVID, so we didn't even get to play those 2 games.
Right. Well, in perspective, the fact that you guys were able to have a season and other teams weren't, man, it makes a big difference. And so, but you guys had a pretty good run to start with, and you guys, I was at the ACA game, right? Ran into ACA. That was a tough one because you guys beat them last year, right? The year
Yes, sir.
before, and so do you guys have them on the schedule again this year?
Yes, sir. In our area.
Revenge, man. Hey, it's a great opportunity to take him out, and old Cade McGee's over there right now. So
That's
hopefully,
right.
hopefully he'll watch this, and so we'll have a little rivalry, man. That'll be good. So, but you guys made it to the third round, and so last year, the year before that, you made it to the fourth round, right?
No,
Or
we made it to the third round. We got beat
okay,
out in the third round.
all right, so it's third round, man. But hey, you're going to be a senior, man. You got some great leaders. I'm going to have Stephen Cash on the podcast next week, talk a little baseball with him. So, man, he's a football player too. So, we got some great leaders on the team, and man, I'm so proud of you guys, and so excited to see what happens this year. I got some of my students I watch at Hillcrest. I go watch them, but man, my hometown's Bibb County, so I'm gonna make sure I make it down to a few games and watch you guys this year and see how it goes. Well, Bo, I'm so excited to see what the future holds. And Bo, thank you so much for being on the podcast. And as camps go on and as offers come in, we'll have you on some more.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you, Bo. All right.